Hello, everyone. Mary Elizabeth here with Sacred Love Tarot. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone is doing well, feeling well. Let me share this out. Give me a second.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Come in, have a seat, sit down, enjoy. Hello, hello, hello. Give me 1 second. We're sharing this out. How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? How's the energy for everyone today? So these are going to be general readings. We're going to do one for the collective at this point in time. We are shuffling the Everyday Witch Tarot. We also have the Everyday Witch Oracle, the Energy Oracle, the Spellcasting Oracle, the Blood and Earth Oracle, the Angel Tarot, the Crow Tarot, the Fairy Tarot. So we are pretty set. So this is our general reading for this beautiful Thursday, 8/8/8. And that completely makes sense. We have the moon, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is almost like Spirit saying, how are you balancing your energy today, right? So if we are in the process of releasing, recognizing, and realizing who we are, and in the process of accepting new ideas and opportunities and releasing the old and accepting the new, then there is this sense of really needing to be in a space and a place of balance today. Recognizing that the energy that's coming through is beneficial to you, and the energy being released is also beneficial for you. So new ideas, there's all these birds on the outside of my window. I wish you guys can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, there's a lot of birds on the outside of my window. So we must take into consideration that the energy that is coming in, I call the Ace of Swords the He-Man card, right? Because we are looking for a clean slate here, not necessarily leaving the past behind, but we are looking for new ideas. We are looking for new opportunities. We are looking to share these ideas. We are looking for something new. We are in the process of really analyzing, reanalyzing ourselves, who we are, our path, stability, balance. Hello, Liana. So the energy today is just all about recognizing and realizing who you are as a divine spiritual being, having this human experience, and this human having this wonderful, amazing spiritual experience, and recognizing that there has to be this balance today of giving and receiving, of letting go and accepting, and putting forth all those great and wonderful ideas that you're getting from Spirit. Really speak about them and talk about them. I was listening to on my morning walk, Abraham Hicks this morning, and she said, she was talking about how we are constantly going over and over and over and over and over and over and over what we want, right? And we don't ever allow ourselves to give spirit the time to kind of create. We don't ever give ourselves the time to create this, the opportunity for spirit to bring things in. And she gave this analogy that when we were kids, and we wanted something, we constantly complained about it until we got it, right? Our mom would give in, throw her hands up, here, there you go. And now we think as adults that if we do that with spirit, spirit is going to say, okay, well then here, there you go. And we have been trained that if we complain enough about it, and if we whine enough, that spirit would just, here you go. But we don't ever allow ourselves to be open enough. The spiritual tantrum. Yes. Yes. We don't ever allow ourselves to be open enough to receive it. And we can never just put it out there and let it go. So the lesson today for me, listening to Abraham Hicks, was stop the damn spiritual tantrum and put your thoughts, wants, needs, desires out there and let it go. Stop harping on it, because harping on it isn't going to get you anywhere but disappointed and tired and exhausted and feeling as if you're not worthy of it. So there needs to be a little balance today. So let's get to the reason why we are here. Let's get to the reason why we're here. All right. You know the drill, my friend. No names, no affiliation, no politics. She said, he said, her, him. All right, so here we go. I've been looking forward to this all week. I just want you to know. I just want you to know that. After the announcements were made on both parts, I have been looking forward to this. So you know how it works. We shuffle the deck. 3 cards over here for her. 3 cards over here for him. She is going to be the pendulum. That's her. He's got to be the dragonfly. That's him. He's all over the place. So let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. All right, for her. Okay, that's her. And for him. Now I haven't kept track of what the last 2 readings were. And this is the bonus card in the center. Did you see that? That was the 10 of Cups. So that's interesting. All right, for her, we have the Queen of Pentacles. That makes sense. The Emperor, which makes sense. And we have the Page of Wands. So we know that the Queen of Pentacles is very abundant, very prosperous. She sits in that divine feminine energy, very intuitive, very abundant, very prosperous, very open to giving and receiving. We know that the Emperor is all about stability, creating plans, very loyal to the cause. And that what it looks like to me is there's a revitalization. It's a change in direction, because that's what the Page of Wands is. The Page of Wands is that change of direction, right? It's the 2 of them coming together, creating a plan and changing the format, changing the path, changing the groundwork. So getting more creative and more open to different ideas on how to do what they're doing. Does that make sense? Of course that makes sense. Yes, it does. I think it complements the Queen of Pentacles, very much complements the Emperor. We have the divine feminine and the divine masculine here. But I think there is this new path, this new creative energy. I think that we're stepping away. They are stepping away from the old ways of doing things, and maybe getting a little bit more creative with what they're doing. Okay, so are we ready for the hymn? Okay, so the hymn. Here we go. Oh my goodness. The Nine of Cups, the Magician, and the Justice card. Woo! Okay. So he is not distracted or intimidated at all by anything. He isn't. He's doing his own thing. He's creating his own thing. We know that the Magician is the second card on the Fool's journey, using all of the Magician's tools to create a foundation that is impenetrable, not being able to be penetrated. I mean, this is being balanced, being focused, being open, fresh ideas, fresh opportunities, this nurturing, this empathy, compassion, all of it, literally everything, like the full gamut. And the justice card is things coming into balance. So it's almost as if we're saying here that whatever he does, it's going to work out. They are attempting to try something completely different and try something new. And I don't know if it's trying to mirror what he's doing, but whatever is happening here, he's not allowing anything to phase him. Nothing is phasing him. And we saw the Ten of Cups card. And that's a pretty balanced across the board, right? Everybody is happy. Everybody's at a place of prosperity and abundance, nurturing, empathy, compassion. There's love for everybody. Everybody's got love. Everybody's got love. Everybody's got nurturing. Everybody's got compassion. Everyone is able to speak whatever they think their truth is. I kind of feel that they're taking a completely different path, and I kind of feel that he's just unfazed. And look at this: 1 1 1. The 11 and the 1 is 3. And I mean, 3 is really getting together with other people and creating and expanding and doing all of these. I don't know. This is this is really interesting. Yeah, he's just completely unfazed for sure. Yeah. There isn't, it's like, well, do whatever you're going to do whatever you want to do. Nothing's going to phase me. Because here's the thing, I think he's smart enough to know that, what I think he's smart enough to know that whatever they're doing doesn't affect him whatsoever. Right. Um, I hope he's smart enough to recognize that. I don't know. I don't know the man. I don't know any of them. So I think that he recognizes that at any moment, just like in the Nine of Cups, things can go sideways. And it's like that in life. One moment we could be having the best time of our lives, and the next moment something completely chaotic happens. And I mean, that's kind of like universal law. So we have to recognize that balance. Nothing is going to be perfect 110% of the time. And I think he recognizes that, which is with the Magician and the Justice, that whole completely unfazed, right? We're creating a foundation for something, and we're bringing balance and stability into that. We're having faith, blind faith, the Justice, blind faith in whatever will happen will happen. But I think he's giving it a good go, though. And again, completely unfazed by whatever is going on. And they're over here creating something, yes. But I also think that they are attempting something different and something new. Yeah, I think he's always had that, though. And I think the only reason why he got into this anyways was because when he did that thing the first time, somebody made a joke about it, right? You as this person is funny, and then the person laughed, and it happened in a ginormous room full of people. So I think to him it was kind of a challenge, and it's been kind of a challenge the whole time. So I think, and I don't want to put it in a very disrespectful way, but I think once he gets bored with it, you know what I'm saying? It's the chase, it's the thrill of the hunt. It's like a pack of wolves on the hunt for something. And if they catch it, yeah, if they catch it, that's great. Everybody feasts. But if they don't, they will attempt to do it and do it and do it and do it and do it until they succeed. So it almost feels like something like that. And I think for her, and as I said, I'm impartial across the board. I'm not, I don't have anything to do with that sort of thing. And I think with her, in some way, it's also the thrill because there has never been a female representative, right? And so for her, it's thrilling, it's new, it's adventurous. I mean, the first time ever a woman, the possibility of a very high possibility of one being in that position. So I think for her, it's kind of a thrill too, but different than his. Does that make sense? So yeah, I think that is I think they're two very powerful scenarios. Two very powerful scenarios, but different in the way you look at them. Both of them are very powerful, just in different ways. Yeah, so it's a lot to look forward to. It's a lot to look forward to. Last week she had the 5 of Cups, I think. And I'm kind of wondering if she saw the people who were stepping up to stand by her as not worthy enough. So she picked the best of the bunch. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that was what that was about. And now that we have the two of them together, it's like attempting to find a path that works, to find something that works for the both of them together. So this will be interesting to see how that plays out. I don't know, but here it is. Here it is. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? It's moving so quickly. Yeah, it is. It is. And I've noticed that. Moving really fast. Lots of changes really fast. Yeah. So I want to do one more. I have the energy deck. So I want to do this real quick. For her, for him. Oh, so for her, she's got journey. Yep, pretty much. And for him, he has woman holding heart. And that's a transformational energy, a journey to success. And I think for him, 44, 4 is about celebration. It's about balance. It's about stability. We're doubling that. I think there's a lot of, with him taking care of self. I don't know, that woman holding heart could be. It could be, him going through this transformational energy with a divine feminine kind of thing. Maybe trying to connect more with the feminine, with, how do I say it without putting that on it? Connecting more with feminine energy as a whole, and perhaps maybe because we know that not all women are going to go in that direction, right? I don't know. A manipulative energy. I don't know, because she's so soothing though. I mean, she doesn't give me the feeling of manipulating something, right? Oh, it's always I don't know. It's weird that that one would come up. But this one makes sense because yes, there is a journey there. There is an exploratory thing. I mean, even the Page of Wands talks about a new journey. So there's that. But that woman holding heart, that's interesting. I look forward to it. But then again, we have the Ten of Cups, and we talked about how there's enough for everybody, right? Enough nurturing, compassion, empathy, abundance, prosperity. So it could be leaning toward that, right? Maybe it could be that he will be more, as it plays out, more focused on his family and not really focus a lot of attention on the thing. Oh, the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, she was pretty manipulative and angry and deceitful. That's true. That is true. So and Alice in Wonderland was a journey, wasn't it? A journey down the rabbit hole. Oh. A journey down the rabbit hole. Yep. And that Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. A journey down the rabbit hole. That's an interesting perspective, I think. All right. So there it is. That is it. And that is interesting. So, wow. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. So you're the only one here. So I'm going to do a reading for you. Then we're going to do a reading for me. What? I'm listening to you. Oh, stop it. You could say whatever you want to. It's an open, safe space here. You can say whatever you want. All right, here we go. This one is going to be for you. And then we are going to, look, you got that too. Well, I don't know which one laid first, but anyways. So here we go. Ten of Cups energy, Queen of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. I like the Ten of Cups energy and the Queen of Wands energy, because this one we talk about transitioning into something pure and something kind and compassionate. And it could be a relationship, friendship, family, but it's a very nurturing, kind, compassionate, abundant relationship, partnership, friendship, family. But there's also this need with the Queen of Wands, as you step into this energy, this creative energy, to be very nurturing, as you're being very nurturing, to be a little bit protective of your energy, so other people don't take advantage of that. Does that make sense? And the Seven of Pentacles is nurturing what you've created for yourself. Happy family, happy life, good friends, good environment, good job. And it's about protecting that, I think, as you move forward into this creative time. And there's a lot of passion energy here, a lot of creative energy here. So I think that you're coming into a time of this being very fulfilled in many areas of your life. But there's also the need to protect that from people who may be taking advantage of that. And even though you're being asked to protect it, there is still this need to nurture yourself, because being in a place of protection can sometimes be overwhelming and draining, right? As we set boundaries and as we try to protect our emotional self, our mental, emotional, and physical self from those who feel the need to take our energy or feel that they are, what's the word? It's not, the word isn't worthy. It's more of they've entitled to our time, to our energy, to our creativity, to our love, to our attention. So it's important that we protect that as we move forward to nurture. Yeah. So there is that. Now we're going to do me. Astrid, hi, how are you? All right, here I go. This one's for me. This one's for me. Yeah, that's me being very much in my head. This is me allowing that to distract me. But here I am coming up with some great ideas. And that's all we have to say about that. This is me. This is in my head. This is me like, well, what am I going to do? And how do I do it? How do I change things up? How do I reinvent myself? How do I put things together to where people will understand it? How do I initiate this into the readings? How do I create this to bring more people in? How do I do this? How do I do this? Well, you may think so, but my head is a mess. And it has been for quite some time, for like the last few months. It has just been one thought after the other about what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? How do I build this into something? How do I create something people want to see? How do I create something people want to be a part of? How do I do that? How? And of course, there's all these great and wonderful ideas, but how do you implement those ideas in a mind that is never still, right? I can come up with 101,000 ways on how to do something, but never come up with how to implement it in a way that is stable, balanced, and abundant. So, and that's me, and that's my head, and that's where my head always is, right there, right here. So it's myself tripping me up all the time, all the time. So then the question is, what do I do about that? I mean, what do you do about that? And the solution is just to be open, and allow the energy to flow and take those ideas and put them out there. And if they succeed, they succeed. And if they don't, you work with the idea until they do. It's a learning process. It's a growing process. It's yeah. And then the releasing thing, which is really hard for me too, because I'm always in my head. I know exactly what I have to release. I know the things from my past that I have to forgive and release. But then when I start the self-deprecation and the self-doubt, those things always come back. So, the lightest I've ever felt in my life and the best I've ever felt in my life, I went to an ayahuasca retreat back in 2016, an ayahuasca, a 3-day ayahuasca thing. And a month after, from the time I left the retreat to a month after, everything seemed just so. I mean, things were falling into place. Everything looked good and felt good, physically, mentally, emotionally. And then something happened and everything went right back. And I purged so much at that retreat that it gave room for other things in my life to come up. Other things from my past that I kind of pushed under the rug or swept under the rug to come up. So yeah, there's that. But that ayahuasca retreat, that was just it gives you just this whole perspective on what you're truly capable of if you were to release all of that, and we got there to that point, and I was there at that point for a month and some change, and then something happened, and I met people there who had gone there who had been to an ayahuasca retreat 5 or 6 times, and I mean they gained so much clarity, that they had written books, and that's the reason why they come back, because it kind of strips it all out, it strips it all back, it strips it all down, bare bones, and it was the most satisfying but scary moment in my this part of my adult life, this part of 25. I'm 52, so this part of 25. So yeah, it was good. It was good, and I look forward to doing it again once I'm able to do it again. But a lot of amazing visions. Hey, Trisha, how are you? I had a lot of amazing visions, a lot of amazing. I asked for, before I went, I did a lot of research about ayahuasca, and they tell you not to because everybody has their own experience. And before I went, I did a lot of investigating, and then I stopped because I wanted to have this experience with ayahuasca. And when I when I drank it, they set up a room, and you had a space, and they had people there who were there to help you through the purging moment. And I was laying on a cot, the bed I brought with me. I was laying on it after drinking the ayahuasca and doing the blessing and all of that. And it felt like the first experience that I had was feeling like my body was melting into my body. And I got up and walked across the room to where one of the elder practitioners were. And there was a girl there with them who, I swear, I knew her. And we kept looking at each other for the first hour I was there. And I was like, and I finally walked up to her and I was like, I know you from somewhere. She goes, yeah, I know you too, but I've never met you before. And I'm like, I know. I've never met you before in my life. So there was that connection. And when I went through the purging, she was there with me, in the room with me for 3 hours as I was purging. Anyway, my body felt like it was melting into my body. And that concerned me a little bit. So I got up and I walked across the room. I'm like, is it supposed to feel like your body is melting into itself? She goes, it's working. So I went back over and I laid down. And before I went to the ayahuasca retreat, I wanted to see my great great grandmother. Now, I never met my great great grandmother. Let's see, my grandmother, her mother, her mother. So it would have been my great 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 grandmother. And her name was Leote, and she was originally she was born in Louisiana in the 1800s. And she married my great 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 grandfather, who was Sicilian or Italian, I don't, depending on what certificate you get. Anyway, she died at the age of 40 something, and she was this beautiful African American Creole woman. I've never seen, I know not, I only know a little portion of her life, but I have a very close connection to her, and I wanted to see her. And that was one of the main things that I wanted, to have a vision. There were dragons in my vision. There were snakes shedding skin in my vision. And then there she was. She was there. And I knew it was her. I could feel it was her. Um, it was just this really intense connection with her in my vision. And the whole thing, the whole time I was there, it's like, I'm not going to purge. I'm not going to be sick. I'm not going to purge. And then I got up and went to the bathroom or the place that they had. In 3 hours, I purged all of this energy, stagnant, awful energy. And it was the most cleansing experience I've ever had. And I recommend, I recommend it to everybody. I do. There was a girl there who bailed out. She was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to handle it. So she left. But she was the only one that did. I stayed, and I'm glad I did. And it was an amazing experience. And if I had the opportunity to do it again, I would do it again. And I recommend that if anyone has the opportunity to do it, that they do it too, because it's really, it can be a very life altering experience if you allow it to be. And when they tell you not to do any investigation on it, don't, because everybody's experience with ayahuasca is different. And I didn't, when I went there, I was, I dropped all of that at the door and let it be, and just kind of rode the wave of what ayahuasca wanted to tell me. So I think uh, the initial thing is you really need to shed that old skin, and you are more powerful than you allow yourself to be. And it's time that you allow yourself to be that. Does that make sense? So there you have it. That was my ayahuasca experience. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. What about all the others purging? Were you aware? No, yeah, it is a very the I was in a room by myself when I purged, because I'm not very secure about being sick in an open space. It's not sick. It's what it is. I was in a room by myself with the girl who was there with me. So there may have been other things going on in other parts of the house, because it was a very big house. But when you're purging, I will tell you this, that you're not aware of anything. You're aware of what's going on with your physical, mental, and emotional state. I was crying. I was crying so much. I was hyperventilating, crying, purging, all at the same time. There was just so much in there. And the girl who was there was like right there with me. Oh, the energy. Yeah. Oh, the energy was just so intense. So there is the blessing before, and then you get 3 opportunities to do ayahuasca that night. Uh, it lasts for 3 hours. So it was 10, 1, and 3. That it was so intense for me that I didn't do the other 2. I just did the 1, and then the next night it went all over again, and then there was a blessing from the I guess the elder. There was a blessing from the elder. But yeah, you could feel the energy in the room. You could feel I don't know, I guess it's a release, or the release of the pain, the release of the hurt, the release of the anger. And they were walking around. Everyone that was with the elder was walking around with some sort of like sage or Salo Palto, or incense to kind of clear the air. Windows were open, so the energy had a place to go. They wouldn't let you go outside by yourself, because sometimes ayahuasca creates this energy of being, oh, I can do this. And then you're running 10 miles before you know it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. It was a lovely thing. I very much enjoyed it. And I went by myself. I wasn't there I had a purpose for being there. It wasn't to meet other people, and it wasn't to make friends. It was to help me find out something about myself. So I was there for a purpose. I was there for a purpose. And the burdens or scars or things that I carry run deep, really deep. So there's a lot more work to be done. Thank you, Astrid. You as well. So let's get back to the reading. Is there anyone that would like one? Enough about me and my ayahuasca retreat. But it was worth it. Yes, I will say that. It was worth it. All right, C Mac. Do you just want a general reading or do you have a question? And then Mina, you're next. Oh, general reading. I love those. So let's get it. Let's see what happens. General reading for CMAC. Ooh, there we go. Well, that's lovely. Yeah, I like this. So the Three of Pentacles, we talk about getting into conversations or conversations, contracts, deals, whatever the case may be with other people, trying to come to some sort of agreement, trying to come to some sort of balance and stability with this conversation. So there are people in your life who you could be having conversations with to try to either bring something to fruition, create something, ideas or plans in maybe a job or your home life. But the Three of Pentacles energy is getting together with a group of people and really coming to an agreement on something. And this agreement kind of propels things forward here. The King of Cups wants you to know this. The King of Cups wants you to know that life is to be lived. And don't forget to live life. And regardless of what comes out of this Three of Pentacles energy, that there is always movement. So this isn't your last ditch effort. This isn't your last hope. This isn't the last thing that will ever be presented to you that'll try to bring structure and balance and understanding into what you're trying to create. So don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to enjoy life. Don't forget to be open to different experiences and different people and different ideas and different opportunities. And don't forget to share your different ideas and experiences and opportunities with others. And things will move forward. They are moving forward. I don't know if you're thinking about moving or moving residences, moving out of state, going on a trip, whatever the case is, but there is movement here with the King of Wands. There's also different types of communication as well. So again, don't forget to be vocal. Don't forget to share your ideas. Don't forget to share your experiences, because those ideas and those experiences could possibly help somebody else over your daughter's education. Yeah. There's movement here. But I think there's a solution that comes in by getting together with a group of people. So, but again, life is to be experienced and life is to be lived. So don't think that whatever comes out of this conversation is the last ditch effort, because there's always something more. There's always something different. All right. So that is for you, my friend. Thank you. Please give me a follow or a like, and if you guys want to donate, I have Cashapp or PayPal, and that is in my description. So donations are always welcome. All right. Mina, will there be marriage for you in the coming period? Marriage. Ooh. Well, there's a disagreement about something. There is, so it with the Seven of Wands, it almost feels like, Mina, that you constantly have to defend what you want, right? Like there's some sort of argument or debate here about um, if you should, or do they want to, or how you want to, or when you want to. It's a really toxic environment. There's this energy of passion coming from you, but there's an equal amount of passion coming from other people who are trying to um, dismiss your wants, your needs, your desires, right? So the Seven of Wands can also be about putting out boundaries and protecting yourself from whomever these other people are, because it feels like they feel that you should be more concerned about balance and stability in your life than you should be about marriage or commitment or things like that, right? And I think that some feel that you have a lot to offer, and that marriage could just cause you to dismiss or forget all of that and create this sense of instability, create this sense of imbalance. So, with that Two of Pentacles, I kind of feel that there's this one side that defends that, and then that there's this other side which is like, well, there are things that I want to do and places that I want to see and things that I want to explore. And then the Ace of Cups is this beautiful energy about nurturing yourself and nurturing your wants and your needs and your dreams and desires and your ideas and your passion. So, would, if there was marriage coming up in this period, would you be sacrificing all of those things that you want to do for it? And then the next question would be, is it worth it? So it almost seems like there's this combative imbalance going on, either between you and yourself or you and other people. But there is this sense of needing to nurture yourself, needing to find peace, needing um, to kind of just grow and a little bit and get into your power and experience life and experience joy and experience peace and experience happiness. So to the answer to your question is no, not at this moment. That's the answer to the question, because there's a lot of toxic energy and imbalance here. 7 people. Look at that. It's growing. Thank you all for being here. And Trisha, yes, let's do you. Trisha, should I make the move? Ooh, a card just flew across the room. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Ooh, I gotta stretch. All right, so one card flew across the room. So that 3 of Cups is celebration. And I really like the 3 of Cups and celebration, because I really like that moon energy going, this is what you need to know. This is what you need to see. This is what you need to understand. But everyone here is celebrating. I mean, we have the fish and the cats are celebrating. We have you opening your heart and following your intuition and really speaking your truth and putting it out there, your wants, needs, dreams, and desires. And I kind of feel it's all coming true. And then we had the 2 of Swords, which is the inability to make a decision. However, there's the 9 of Cups, which is like not allowing that inability to make a decision to phase you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know that sometimes things go sideways. I know that sometimes things don't always happen the way I planned them. But that's okay, because if things always happen the way you planned them, we wouldn't have such wonderful experiences, would we? So keep focused and don't allow that energy of those things that don't happen the way they're supposed to kind of knock you off track or distract you. Celebration is here. Wonderful things are happening. If that is the question, should I make the move? The answer is yes. And don't allow other things to distract you. Don't allow those things that are not as perfect as you would like them to be to distract you. Don't allow that to happen. Take peace in knowing that the things that happen along the way that may not be as perfect as you would want them to be are stories that you get to tell and are experiences that you get to have. It doesn't mean you're not at the right place at the right time and that you shouldn't be doing what it is that you desire, that you want to do, such as the move. It just means that Spirit is showing you that there are different, that not everything is perfect. Not everything is as perfect as we want it to be. So should you make the move? Yes. Don't be distracted by the kooky things that happen along the way. Just do it. And if something does happen kooky along the way, you look at it and go, okay, well, that's an experience that I can accept. That's an experience that I now have. That is something that I'm able to overcome. And that is something that I've learned from. Does that make sense? The Two of Swords also says, when you are indecisive, look within yourself first, right? Don't look to other people. Look within yourself first, because the answers are there. That full moon is kind of showing you the way. And those stars are exactly what they are. They're your dreams and wishes coming true. And I absolutely love that. So yes, Trisha, you should make the move. Make the move. Make the move. And look at her sitting there, eyes closed, very oming it out, knowing that eventually shit's going to hit the fan. But I know that Spirit has my back. I know that Source, Spirit, God, whomever it is, has my back. And I'm good. I'm good here making this decision, knowing that. I like that. I like that a lot. And I know that there was there one more? Yay. Me too, 3. Wonderful. Okay, so you guys know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment, share, follow, donate if you're guided to. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. All right, so Marijana, would you like a reading? Did I already give you one? No, I did not. So here, this one's for you. Do you have a question or would you like a general reading? General, you got it. All right, here we go. This is interesting because so here's the thing. I'm not only seeing these cards, but I'm seeing these cards. So you get to choose. Do you want the Everyday Witch, or do you want the Angel Tarot? The Angel. Very good. That's the one that I saw, but I just wanted to I wanted to let you make that decision. All right, here we go. Look at that. The Emperor, Balance, and 6 of Fire. So, success. Pretty much success. So the Empress talks about giving birth to your dreams, nurturing yourself and others, planting those seeds. Archangel Zadkiel talks about the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. And then the Six of Fire, which is the Six of Wands, talks about good news, public recognition, and victory. So there is the sense here of you really birthing something to light. Does that make sense? Birthing something to existence. And being very much in this position of nurturing that into existence while nurturing yourself, planting those seeds and giving yourself time to grow, giving yourself time to, I will, darling, thank you. Giving yourself time to grow, giving yourself time and the patience, which is the moderation, to allow these things to come to fruition, allow these things to grow, allow these things to create, to blossom, to bloom, to manifest. There's also this sense here of doing something good for yourself, doing something positive for yourself. The card talks about lavish abundance, but you can give to yourself in many ways that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. You know what I'm saying? Like treat yourself to a manicure or a pedicure, a new hairdo, a new shade of lipstick, a new dress. You and a bunch of friends go out and celebrate this wonderful opportunity for you to express, expand. Archangel Gabriel is also the archangel of health. So make sure you're taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Again, that's also about balance and moderation. And with that, there is this feeling of success. It's like you planting the seeds and not allowing anything to get in your way, not allowing anything to get in your head, not allowing anything to manipulate any type of situation or any type of energy that you have. You know where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be doing it. You're taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And with all of that together, you're coming into this balance of success, this quick moving, creative, fire, passionate, independent energy. And it's almost as if you're recognized for that from other people. I mean, for example, someone can walk up to you and say, you have this great energy coming off of you. And you have you have this beautiful aura, or you look great today, or someone could pay it forward in a drive-through or offer you something, or to acknowledge that they see that success. They see what you're capable of. Does that make sense? So do something great for yourself and plant those seeds and create that abundance and prosperity. Give that birth to those new ideas. Nurture yourself. Make sure you're taking time to nurture those who are important to you. Don't forget about the moderation and the balance. And enjoy the success that you're moving towards, or enjoy the success that you're already having. But success is definitely there. So I love that for you. Alphabet. Are you still here? You're welcome. Did you have a question or did you want a general reading? Could you write it again, please? Everything is just scrolled by. Will I clear my paper tomorrow? Thank you. Okay. So you know that Knight of Pentacles is about patience. The Temperance is about balance and moderation. The Eight of Wands is about quick moving energy. So I want to say today, have patience. Tomorrow, yeah, I think you will. I think you will. But there is this need. There is this. What do I want to say? There's this feeling of you want to really rush something, right? I really want to do it. I want to do it now. I want to know now. I want to go now. I want to be successful now. I got to do this. I got to do that. I want this. I want that. Go, 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 go. And even though that Eight of Wands energy is really fast moving energy, and it's very creative and fiery energy, there's also this sense of kind of chilling your jets and slowing it down a little bit. Because when we start to rush into things that we don't quite understand yet, we can make a lot of mistakes. Hi, Micah. Is it Micah? Is it Mitch? I'm going to botch it either way. We make a lot of mistakes. So that Temperance card is about balance and moderation. And the Knight of Pentacles is just about slowing down and having patience, right? Spirit, source, God, whomever you believe, knows that you have the talent to do what you want to do, knows that you have the ability to do what you want to do, knows that you have the skill set to do what you want to do. But for all of that to work together, there needs to be patience and moderation, and there needs to be this energy of knowing that you can do it too, right? If Spirit and Source knows, then you should as well. So I do think that you will clear tomorrow's paper, but I also think that you need to have a little patience with yourself and not try to rush everything. It's because rushing everything doesn't allow you to enjoy the moment. It doesn't even allow you to enjoy the experience or the success or the satisfaction of that experience or success. So there's that. And that's what I tell everybody. If you are working at manifesting or creating something and you're trying to hurry it or rush it, then what satisfaction, what joy are you getting out of it? Therefore, the question extends, why are you doing it? Right? So why not enjoy the moment? Be what's the word, Spirit? Secure with yourself and your ability to do what you want to do. And yeah, moderation, patience, the word of the day. Oh, somebody got a restricted message. What's that all about? Hold on for a second. You are welcome. All right. Mitch, your comment was restricted. I didn't get to read it. Are you able to post something or not? Wonder what it was. I'm curious now. All right. So that's interesting, I think. Oh, I see it on my phone. Hold on. Yeah, I know. If I may ask a question on my bottom dollar, will spirit free my inheritance so I can save my home? Will spirit free my inheritance? So I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. It shows up on my phone, but it doesn't show up on the computer. That's interesting. Okay. Will I got it. I got it. No worries. No worries. Oh, that's awful, Mitch. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. So here's the thing. You got the justice card, right? And the justice card is working in your favor. So the justice card is about things coming into balance for you. Okay, so with the justice card, I kind of feel we're getting to it. With the justice card, I kind of feel like you're being guided to have faith that everything is going to work out. I mean, and I know that in your post you said that you have lost so much. And my heart feels for you. It truly does. The justice card really talks about you having blind faith and you trusting in the courts, the judicial system, yourself, spirit, source, God, having faith and trusting. The Four of Swords really wants you to take a step back and take a time out. I think that you're very much emotionally with the Four of Cups and very much physically, mentally invested in this particular situation, and that spirit is really wanting you to kind of take a step back and reevaluate some things and use your intuition here. And with that Four of Cups energy, and I know that you say that you feel alone in that all you have is God. And I think with that Four of Cups energy is that God is trying to supply you with something. And God is saying, I know that you have the tools and the knowledge to make it through this time and to be okay and to survive. And we over here on this side, we recognize you, we see you, we love you. But with that justice card, it really makes me feel like things are going to start shifting and turning for you. And I know it may not feel like that now. I know it may not feel like that now. But what we focus on the most is what we create in our reality. Does that make sense? So if we are constantly focusing on lack and loss and heartbreak and heartache and difficult and all of those low vibrational energies, that is what we are going to see the most, right? With that Four of Cups energy, and you said 4 years, and we have 4 cups and 4 swords. So what I want to say here is that because we have the 4 and the 4 and the 4 leads to the 8, that I think spirit here for the last 4 years has been trying to help you through this, especially with that Four of Cups energy, because there's this offering that comes with the Four of Cups energy. And we are so much in this headspace or place of insecurity or feeling cast out or feeling broken or feeling uncertain or insecure and all of these very intense feelings that we are unable to see what it is that source, spirit, God has been trying to offer you, right? 4 cups, 4 swords, 4 years, 8. So I really, feel that if you were to take some time for yourself, take a step back, and really evaluate, look at, go over the last 4 years, however long it's been for you, and really allow yourself to be open to the blessings that Spirit is offering you. So, have you ever thought that maybe the things that are being taken away are the things that are not supposed to be in your life to begin with? Does that make sense? I mean, I know that sometimes we see all of these wonderful things and we think that all of these wonderful things are supposed to be a part of our lives because they're wonderful things and they make us feel good. But when spirit but when spirit brings something different into our lives, that balance of losing something makes us feel like we are being betrayed or we are being um, cast out or we are being neglected by spirit. But I think what's really happening is that sometimes spirit sees that we have outgrown that one thing. So it's taken back and then we are offered something else that fits better with who we are or what we want or what our desires are. And then that kind of makes us feel good for a while. But instead of focusing on that good thing, we are more focused on the thing that we're losing as opposed to the thing that we are receiving. So it makes sense that we have the justice card with the balance. And I don't think you're sounding like a drip. I don't think that. And and I think that sometimes when we are at our bottom, rock bottom, and we have nothing left, we want to focus more on that nothing left and that brokenness that we think we are, than focusing on what we're able to build from. Does that make sense? So focusing on what you're able to build from, and I know I may be sounding like a drip, but I sometimes think that the things that don't happen in our lives can be just as much as a miracle as the things that do happen in our lives that we say are miracles. Sometimes the things that we think could possibly benefit us the most and we lose those, maybe it's a miracle that Spirit has you in a place where you are right now so you can see what a contribution and a benefit that you are. And the moment you start seeing that is the moment that everything comes together. So that Four of Swords energy is about taking that time to really see that. See, you have so much to offer the world, so much to offer self. And there may have been many losses along the way, but there have been plenty of blessings. I know, and it's hard to understand it. It's hard to understand it. It's hard for us to think that Spirit has brought us something and it's this amazing, beautiful, wonderful thing, and then all of a sudden it's taken away and we don't understand why. It's hard to comprehend. I mean, even though I do what I do, I go through the same thing that you do. But then after a while, I by taking a step back and looking at it from a different perspective, I can see that that thing that was taken away or that thing that happened to me or that thing that I thought was that blessing really wasn't a blessing after all. And I'll give you an example. I met someone back in 2006 whom I thought was the love of my life. And we connected on levels that you have no idea. I packed up everything. I moved out to Oregon. I moved in with him. We had this great, wonderful, stable, abundant, loving, blissful, blessed relationship. It was one of the best relationships that I've ever had in my life. We got married in this beautiful park underneath this beautiful oak tree. Roses were in bloom. The world was perfect, abundant, prosperous, stable. Everything that I could have wanted was right there that day. Everything right there that day in that relationship. Him, his daughter, his parents, beautiful family, beautiful home, wonderful job, everything. And then, less than 2 months after we got married, he cheated on me. And then it was over. This wonderful blessing that I was given, he totally imploded it. In just like that. Just like that. So, did I lose myself in the process? I did. I did. I went into depression, hate, anger. I felt that I was deceived and manipulated. I felt that he knew the exact thing to say and what to do and how to treat me to get me to where he wanted me. And all of this time, he has never taken accountability for his actions, and I am still angry. And it has been since 2008. I'm still angry. I'm still salty. I'm still pissed because I never received that apology. I've never received that closure. And I've never understood why that blessing was offered to me on a silver platter. And just like that, in the snap of a finger, it was taken away. And I had no family. I had the only family and friends that I had were back in Vegas. So I couldn't stay there in Oregon. I had to go back to Vegas, back to nothing because everything I had was there with him. So I had to start all over again. And now I am in a place, in a space that I wouldn't have been in if I would have stayed. And this place and this space is more of a blessing than any life that he could have ever given me. So sometimes we have to endure the losses to find the success and the silver linings. And I know that sounds pansy-ish or artificial, but it's true. Sometimes we have to endure the losses to find the silver linings in these particular situations. And we have to be open to finding the successes and open to finding those silver linings. Because if we're not open to it, we will never see it. We will only see the losses. We will only see the misunderstandings. We will only see the hurt and the pain and the uncertainties and the insecurities and the doubts. I know that everything is going to work out for you. I know it will. I know it will. I know it will. And I wish you so much love, and I send so much love and light your way. Okay, and with that, I have an errand to run. Know that you're all divinely guided in love. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification button, and share. And if you would like to donate, those links are in the description below. You are so welcome, and thank you, Mitch. Have a great day, guys. Sending you all kisses. Mwah!